Hello guys, it is me Lexi and it is time for another episode of Lexi Primetime. So today I'm going to be doing I'd say quick tutorial, but this is probably going to be a long ass video. So sorry. So I am going to be doing a review of this, not a review, a tutorial so you can get the same awesome Renaissance bear look that I got. I just sounded really full of myself. I did this look when I went to the Renaissance Fair a couple weeks ago. I got a really positive response from it, both on Instagram and Facebook, so I wanted to do a tutorial. Now this isn't exactly 100% the same exact look, but for the most part it is. There are just a couple things that I did a little bit differently, but I mean mostly this is it. And I think this is a really good look for not just Renaissance Fair, which obviously it is because I used it then and that's how I did it, but I think this is a really good, like, fun, colorful thing for like a festival or Coachella or anything like that. I've never been to any of those things, but they're kind of known for their colorful, crazy festival looks. Like there's colorful, crazy palettes coming out because of festivals, so. In any case, if you're interested in learning how to do this look, or just watching me put on makeup, I don't know, then definitely continue watching. Thank you so much, and we are going to dive right on in. Okay, so we are going to start off with some primer. Because when you go to these festivals and everything, it's freaking hot outside, and you sweat a lot. So you want to make sure that your foundation's going to stay in place. Okay, so for primer, I'm going to go in with the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I think this is what I used that day. I don't remember. And I'm just going to pat that into my face so we get a nice flawless finish. I have such a squishy face. Okay, so we are all primed and prepped. So next what I did is I actually combined these two foundations. So I used the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. It has sunscreen with SPF 15. So it's really great for when you're going to be out in the sun all day. And then I mixed that. In with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the color Porcelain. Now, neither of these colors are my shade. This one is a little bit too yellow, and this one's a little bit too white. Like, it's too pale. So we're going to mix, that's another reason for mixing them, is so we get a little bit better of a color match. So, let's just dab this all over my face. I love how creamy the Amazonian Clay foundation is, and a little bit goes a long way, which is awesome. So I feel like you get a lot of use out of this. I really like this foundation. I don't really think it's full coverage per se, but I mean, it's a good foundation. It's just so creamy and like fluffy and airy, which I really love. Okay, and I'm actually going to put the rest of this on my beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend it out. Okay, so that's all blended out. Like I said, like neither one of these foundations are really full coverage, but I mean, I really enjoy both of these foundations. I think you can build up both of these foundations to get more coverage, but just with one layer, it's not a lot, but that's okay. Like, I don't really need all of the coverage right now, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so when I did my makeup that day, I actually used the Tarte Shape Tape foundation in the color Light Neutral. Unfortunately, I have used all of my Shape Tape, and I want to give some other concealers a try. So right now I'm using the New Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Treatment Concealer from a brand. Hold on a minute. From Maybelline. It's in the color Ivory. And you just twist up, which is okay. I'm not a huge fan of the twist up thing because I feel like it's hard to tell when you have product, but I don't know. So like, I don't know. Okay, let's try this now. It's so much better. That's what I'm talking about. I think I twisted it too much. This is a look, guys. Okay, and the directions for this said to like wipe off the excess, I guess, so that, yeah, I twisted it way too much. Look at all this that's coming off. But it says wipe off the excess so that the little things don't get clogged, I guess, with dry makeup. I don't know. We'll see. Not usually a fan of applicators like that, but I've heard this is really great foundation. Or not foundation, concealer, so we're gonna try it. I mean, it looks really pretty on the skin. Does anyone else try really hard not to make the mascara face when they're putting on mascara or putting concealer under their eye or whatever? You know the face I'm talking about, right? Like the... Yeah. Okay. Just as long as it's not me. It's not just me. I mean, this looks really good. I mean, it feels really light, which I like. It doesn't feel super heavy on my face. I can't even tell because my mirror is so dirty. That was better. Yeah. So we are going to set with the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I also don't think this is what I used that day. I think I used my Maybelline Fit Me powder, which is also really good. But I've heard this is a really good powder, so I want to use it, test it out, see what I think. I can say that this is super perfumey. So if that's not something you're into, don't get this powder. It does, I mean, I do like what as much as I've been using it, I like it, but I'm not ready to give a review, I don't think. Okay, so next I'm gonna do my eyebrows. And then I'm gonna finish up my face, which seems a little bit odd because it's not normally how I do things, but it'll all make sense here in a minute. So, okay. When I did this look, I think I used my e.l.f. Lock On Liner and Brow Cream in the color Medium Brown, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just using this little angle brush I got from It's Made You Look makeup brushes. So, fun story, maybe. When I first got into like the beauty side of YouTube, it was because I was working in a haunted house in Perry, Georgia, which it doesn't actually run anymore, but it was called the Perry Haunted Barn, and I loved it. I helped out a lot, like the makeup team out a lot with the special effects makeup, and then I just kind of became the special effects makeup team. So that was freaking fun. So when I first got into the beauty side of YouTube, it was because I was watching Made You Look on YouTube by Lex, and she was just one of my favorites. She still is. I haven't watched a lot of her stuff recently, but I mean, she is such a talented body painter, and I was obsessed with her. And so I got these brushes because she came out with her own makeup brush line, and I just was so excited, so I got these brushes, and they've worked out really well for me. It's definitely one of the few makeup brush sets that I've kind of held on to. There's some brushes that definitely work better for me than others, but this angle brush is definitely one of them. It's been one of my go-to angle brushes. Okay, so I'm gonna need to fill this in a little bit more. Okay, so it looks fine. So this next step I actually didn't do this day because I didn't have this yet. So if you watched my birthday haul, you know that I got this little try me pack of like some Benefit brow products. In a 24-hour brow setter, it's translucent. It's honestly my favorite thing that I got out of that. Like, I really like the other Benefit brow products as well, but this is definitely my favorite because I think it really locks into place everything, and it makes my eyebrows just look so much more defined and just on point and awesome. So I like this a lot. I think it makes my eyebrows look so much better. And eyebrows are not my strong suit, for real, but I like the way this setter makes my eyebrows look. Plus, the last thing you want when you're out and about is for your eyebrows to smudge. And I really like this e.l.f. pomade that I've been using, but it smudges, so. Okay, what's next? Okay, so I'm just going to wipe off the excess powder with this powder brush that I got from TJ Maxx. It is mermaids because I love mermaids. And I'm going to use whatever's left to set the rest of my face. And then I'm pretty sure the day of, I actually went in with like, I put on my brush like extra powder because I was going out in the sun. I was going to be in the sun all day, and I didn't want to sweat off all my makeup. And actually, if you're going to be in the sun a lot and you know you're going to be sweating, I would go ahead and set this now and then set it again later. So I'm actually going to do that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and set it with the MAC Fix Plus that I got. I used a different setting spray that day, but that's because I run out of it, so I don't have it anymore. That's all dry. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and contour and then do my blush. I'm actually going to save my highlight for later. But I'm going to go ahead and contour. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in light to medium. And it's just kind of my typical thing. This is what I do. I use this middle shade right here to bronze up my face. And then I use this darker shade right here to really define the contour. It's just this is what I do every day. Well, every day I wear makeup. So every day. Like I said, I'm going to use this darker shade to really define my contour. It really sucks that this is where I'm breaking out. Like, this is where I have my issues, because that's right where the contour is. So you know it's just picking up that texture so bad. Next I'm going to go in with blush, so I'm using the Pretty Vulgar blush that it's a Make Them blush in the color Prim Vixen. I really like this blush. I don't use it every day just because it is very, very pink, but that served my purposes today. So I'm going in very heavily, putting it on my face. And I'm focusing it right here, like, you know, where you normally put blush, like on the, but like more on the outer half of your cheek, and then also here on the temple. So I'm gonna look like a crazy person for a while. Yeah. This does look less crazy later when I have my eyeshadow on, but for now it's just blush, so it looks like I have no idea how to do my makeup. Okay, so now that our base is mostly done, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes. So I'm going to first prime my lids using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Minor Sin. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that this is kind of my go-to eye primer. I really haven't used much else on my channel because I've tried other primers and nothing just works as well, I think, for me. So I am going to set my eyeshadow primer with my Element of Surprise ColourPop palette in the color Go With The Flow. I don't know, maybe I'll just use this big fluffy brush. So this is an all-over shadow brush from Eco Tools. It's nice and fluffy. I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay double-ended brush that came with my Naked Smoky palette, and I'm going to go back in with my Element of Surprise palette in the color Labyrinth, which is this really nice transition shade right here. It's very pinky and pretty. I like it a lot. Don't know why I'm doing the accent, but it's done, so there you go. There you go. Transition. Boom. Dr. Pepper break. Jordan is are you listening to me? Jordan is watching my May unboxing video, my BoxyCharm video, and she's doing the thing again where she's messaging me as she's watching it. And I'm afraid. Love the intro. Oh, she's watching the birthday haul now. Oh my lord, she's binging me. That's awesome, but a little uncomfortable. Ah! Okay! What am I doing next? I don't even know. I'm gonna take... Okay, cool. Oh yeah! Blue! Okay, so I'm going to take this bright blue color right here from my BH Cosmetics 120 color palette in first edition. You can tell this palette, if you haven't seen this already, like you can tell is very well used. I've seriously had this for like 5 years. It's like way past expired, and I know this, but I haven't replaced it with the new colors and palettes yet, so this is what we got. So I'm going to go with that bright blue color on my crease brush, and I am just going to focus that on, oh no, the inner corner of my eye. Hello. I'm really hoping this actually ends up turning out better than when I first did it. I am older and wiser now, even though it was 2 weeks ago. Okay, but seriously though, like for looks like this, don't ever be fooled into thinking that these, like a lot of these makeup artists just do this on the first go. Like some of the more elaborate looks, like they practice, they don't just do it. At least it's true for me. I practice and I practice and I practice and I practice. So I'm going in with this bright purple shade right here in the middle, and I'm going to put that in the middle. And kind of blending it in with the blue right there as I work it in. It's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this bright pink and work that on the outer corner and kind of blending it in with a blush. And now it all makes sense now. Blending it in with the purple as I go as well, pulling that into the blush. Okay, I'm going to take a blender brush and blend this out a little bit so that the lines aren't quite as harsh. Okay. Blend, blend, blend. I think that looks much better, don't you? So now what I'm going to do is a cut crease. I'm going to try to do a cut crease. I think I'm going to need a better foundation, or a better concealer for cut creases than this, because that's not going to work. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Okay. I'm going to go in with my Fit Me. Well, that dripped frickin' everywhere. Cool. Guess that's what I get for opening it up sideways. Oh well. Okay, so this is just a little bit thinner than I would normally like to use for a cut crease, but we're gonna work with what we got here. Now that I've done this, I think I only did a half cut crease. Oh well, we're gonna keep it moving. Not gonna lie, this is actually one of my better cut creases that I've done. I swear if I don't get my act together with these cut creases, like, my right to do cut creases is gonna be taken away. It actually looks pretty freaking good. I'm not mad. Alright, foundation. I see you. I'm going to use the packing end of this Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that I got in my Subculture palette. I'm going to clean it off first. Okay, so when you're doing makeup, does anyone else use like their hand or their arm or their leg to like clean brushes? Or is that just me? Like, am I the freaking weirdo here? So I'm going to go back into this blue right here and focus that on the outer bit of my cut crease here. I'm like bending down so you can't see, but I'm trying to see in my mirror. There we go. See, I feel like in general, a lot of brands have really stepped up their game in makeup. I feel like BH is one of those brands. So when I got this palette, like I said, it was like 5 years ago. So I don't feel like the beauty like area had really blown up as much as it has now. I feel like their quality has probably gotten a lot better because a lot of these shadows, they're so pretty, but they're not super pigmented. They have, like, you have to dig into the colors to get anything out of them. I'm really excited. I want to get some more BH palettes because this is the only one I have, to see if maybe they've improved, which I think they have. Like, I've seen some of their palettes lately and they look beautiful, and I've seen some of the looks that people are creating with them and they look amazing. So I definitely do want to try those, but we're living in the now. So here is this. Okay, so I went back in with my Elements of Surprise palette from ColourPop, and used the color, what is this? Subdue right here, which is this really pretty, like, purpley color. It's like a purple, like a lavender shimmer. I love it. It's my favorite. Okay, so since I have this on my finger, I'm just gonna use that and focus that on the inner corner of my, like the inner half of my cut crease there. Looks good. This definitely needs some liner, but it's looking good. My blush is looking a little bit harsher than I want it to, so I'm just going to blend that out a little bit more. And then I think I am blend out the eyeshadow into my blush a little bit more. Yes, queen. Okay, so okay. Now it is time for some, I'm gonna do eyeliner. Let's finish up my eyes. What do you say? I am bound and determined to make this eyeliner work. Laura Lee is obsessed with it, and I really like it too. But every time I film with it, it just ends up looking awful. I don't know what's going on. It's literally just when I film. Like when I'm not filming, I can get the line on point. It looks good. Holy shit. Yes. I did it. Oh my god. I'm going to pop some shadow on my lower lash line. I'm again using my Step 3 Go Girl Go from the Vintage Cosmetics. It is this really nice little detailer brush. I've been recording for almost an hour. Holy shit. A lot of this is getting edited out though. Edited. I can't say that word. Okay, so I'm just going back in with that same blue shade that I've shown you guys on camera 30,000 times. So I'm just going to go back in with that same shade and plop that on my lower lash line. So the shirt that the reason I'm using so much blue is the shirt that I was wearing was blue. And I wanted to match. What I'm gonna do is use, okay, so I'm actually gonna use this Naked Cosmetics highlighter collection. I'm gonna use this blue color right here in the middle. I'm gonna use that as my inner corner because that looks so pretty. And then I think I'm going to go in with this pink right here as my brow bone. I'm going to use this purple color right here for my actual highlight. I have this all over shadow brush that I like to use. I don't know what company this is from. I think it's just from like cosmetics set from like Walmart or something. I got it from a coworker for Christmas a couple years ago. This is the time to use colored highlight. Nose contour. Okay. So I'm going to go back in my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette in the middle color. Put some of that on my fluffy brush and just dust it along my nose. And even though my friend Jordan wholeheartedly disapproves on highlight on your nose, I'm gonna do it anyway. So take that. Sorry. So for mascara, I'm using the Maybelline New York The Mega Plush Volume Express Mascara. And for my pictures that day, I did have false eyelashes on, but let's be completely honest, when it's really hot outside, like for me personally, I didn't find them very practical. I took them off immediately, and then I put them in my purse and forgot about them. And that's the story of how I ruined $30 eyelashes. Okay, so I'm going to use this Precision Smudger. It's from the same company as my all over shadow brush that I use for my highlight. But this is kind of the final touch that I used to make this look very magical and beautiful. Is I took my NYX Glitter Primer and this NYX Glitter in Crystal, which has these, I think this is it, yeah, because it's the silver glitter, but it has like rainbow reflex, which I love. And I'll show you guys a little bit, and then I'll do the rest off camera because maybe I won't. So I'll show you guys I'll show you guys what I did. So I just put a bit of glue on the back of my hand. And then I used the bottom, like this part of my brush and dipped it in the glue. And then used that to put a dot on my forehead. And then went into the glitter. And pressed that into the glue. And then I just repeated that along the rest of my eyebrow line. And of course, finally, if you're going to be out in the hot sun for literal hours like I was, you just set everything with just the best setting spray you can find and afford. Lipstick! Oh my god! Okay, so I forgot this part, but I need to put on some lipstick, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lip in Catnip, which is my favorite shade that I've used from them so far. That's it. That's the moment. Okay guys, so this is the final look. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Lexi Primetime. Of course, as always, I definitely appreciate it. I can't tell you how much it means to me. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Hit the big red subscribe button at the bottom, as well as the little bell notification next to it so that you do get notified every time I drop a video, which is going to be every Wednesday and Saturday. Follow me on all my social media. I'm going to link that down below. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment. Email me, DM me on Instagram, does not even matter, but I'm going to link everything down below. If you have something to say, say it. Again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Stay tuned to Lexi Primetime, and of course, as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Jordan is are you listening to me? Jordan is watching my May unboxing video, my BoxyCharm video, and she's doing the thing again where she's messaging me as she's watching it, and I'm afraid. Well, hold on, let's see. What is a good one? I haven't read so she messaged me all, like, in all caps, "Why are you using so much primer?" Let's see. Love the intro. Oh, she's watching the birthday haul now. Oh my lord, she's binging me. That's awesome, but a little uncomfortable. Okay. What am I doing next? I don't even know. I'm gonna take... Okay, cool. Oh yeah! Blue! Not gonna lie, this is actually one of my better cut creases that I've done. Cool. LOL. Connor asked a very simple question that did not require any reading. Not really. He asked me what my hit points are, so I responded. And then Jordan is like, "Oh, so you're going to respond to him and not me? Lady, you're sending me a novel and a half about things that I have to read." Like, so when are you doing your hair? Not soon enough.